Today I'm going to speak on a very important topic which is really close to my heart, and it's been in my mind for the past few years. It's been running in my mind, crossing in my mind, and it's like disturbing me. So I'm very much pleased to see you all here gathered for today's meeting, and I can share my views on this topic. Today I'm going to speak on entrepreneurship. Can I know how many of are there any entrepreneurs in this room? Okay, or anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur? That's great. Before starting my speech, I would like to elaborate what entrepreneurship actually is. Entrepreneurship it's a word taken from a French verb that is entreprendre, that actually means to undertake or an act of being an entrepreneur. Or an act of being an entrepreneur, or the one who innovates or brings different new things to the market, new things, and in an effort to transform them into an economic goods. Entrepreneurship is like a roller coaster. It has its ups, it has its downs, and it is totally up to you whether you want to enjoy or you want to scream in this ride of entrepreneurship. Moving forward, or we can simply say that in a business world, it takes a lot of gut and emotions to succeed. So many people, they misunderstand what entrepreneurship actually is. People say that just give me one big idea, I just need one big new different idea, and I'll focus myself on it, and I will be the next Mark Zuckerberg. But it is not like that. Mark Zuckerberg, he did not create social networking. He just made it better. He just made it innovative in a way that could actually grow into a $50 billion company today. So the most important thing to remember is that the next big thing, it is already there, but you have to create a better and improved version of it. And the first most important thing which every entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur needs to remember or to know before following the path of entrepreneur, that is, fear is going to be your worst enemy and risk is going to be your best friend. The only thing which is going to stop you to achieve your goals in business, in education, or in sports, or in any field of your life is the fear of failure. The only thing which was stopping me to come here and speak in front of you, it was the fear of failure. I was afraid of failure. But the only thing that is going to help you to achieve your goal is when you actually decide to take that risk, when you actually decide to come in front of people, when you actually decide to follow your dreams. One of my favorite quotes or one of my favorite theories about business, it does not really come from a business person. It comes from science. You all must be familiar with the Darwin's theory of the fittest of survival. It states that it is not the most intelligent of the species that survive, it is not the most strongest that survive, but it is the one who is most adaptable to change. And that is true. Not only in our general life, but also in the business world. We can look back, there are a number of companies that do not exist today. Those who fell bankrupt only because they were not able to innovate, they were not able to change, they were not able to improve themselves in the changing business world. You can look back on Kodak. This was a very famous thing. It used to be a Kodak movement, and at its peak, it had 160,000 employees. 160,000, that's a lot. And in 1997, it had a total market capitalization of $28 billion. But what happened next? It fell for bankruptcy. And it is no longer out there. That is only because of the reason that it failed to innovate as a part of digital revolution. And you can also look at BlackBerry. Anyone has BlackBerry in this room? Okay, that's good. In 2008, BlackBerry had a market capitalization of $83 billion. And it was like, it owned the smartphone market. But you were like a cool kid if you had BlackBerry. But then Apple came in and boom. In just a matter of 4 years, Apple went from a $50 billion company to all the way a $600 billion company, which is like multiple and multiple of the total capitalization of BlackBerry. And because they created something which did not really exist. It was different and improved, and they evolved, and they pushed the market in that way. And all of this happened in just a matter of 4 years. That is really phenomenal. And this is the speed of business world. So the rule of thumb here is that you better innovate. And the third and the most important thing which every entrepreneur has faced, whether it is Steve Jobs, whether Bill Gates, Dhirubhai Ambani, or anyone you name it, the most important thing they have faced in their life is failure or rejection. But very intelligently, they were able to turn this failure or rejection into one of the biggest secrets of their success. They were not afraid of failure. Failure was not able to stop them. And it is the art of business world to embrace failure or rejection. We should know how to embrace it. We should learn from it. And it is said that everything happens for a reason. And if it happens, then you have to learn from it. You have to learn to accept it. You have to learn to embrace it. So before ending my speech, I would like to share a wonderful line by Mr. Steve Jobs, who is one of the most successful entrepreneurs of this era. He said that your life is short, don't waste it living someone else's life. Do not let the noise of other people or do not let the noise of others' opinion to drown out your own inner voice. You must have the courage to follow your heart, to follow your intuitions, and to follow your dreams. And start living your dream, start following your dream before anyone else hire you to build theirs. Thank you.